Hi, I'm Mike Maloney, Managing Director of Newmark Knight Frank, and I'm here with Anthony Gold, co-founder and COO of Roar for Good.
I'm Anthony Gold, and I'm the co-founder and COO of Roar for Good. So my career at Unisys was very, very fortunate. I felt very blessed to have some great mentors, great colleagues, great managers, and I had an opportunity to do a lot of really cool things there because of the people I was surrounded with. And was very fortunate that I was promoted fairly quickly and given the opportunity to do some amazing things. At one point, I was running all of hardware engineering for Unisys. At another point, I was given the opportunity to actually build a new startup inside of Unisys around open source software, which we hit the market at the perfect time with that little startup. And we built a little open source software and services thing that really helped take open source into the enterprise. And yeah, we ended up building that little business from just a little tiny thing to doing over several $100 million in revenue in just a few years. It was pretty amazing what we were able to develop with that. But again, I was just the opportunity to be in the right position at the right time, surrounded by amazing, gifted engineers and managers and marketing people and manufacturing people, and just everything throughout the entire end-to-end supply chain of Unisys enabled us to be able to do that. And it was just really cool to be part of that, because you're building something, but you're not just building something. You have the opportunity to build something that can impact people in various ways. And part of the reason that I loved my career at Unisys was not just because I found the work intellectually stimulating, which it was. I started as a hardware engineer designing mainframes, fell in love with writing software, and then I really fell in love with building businesses and really learning how technology could be leveraged to solve some compelling societal challenges. And so not only intellectually stimulating, but the opportunity to really be able to grow my career, learn how to be, a better manager, a better leader, but most importantly, a better person through many mistakes that I made. But great thing about a company like Unisys, especially when you have great mentors, is you can learn from your mistakes, and you have people who will guide you to say, how could we have done that better, and what lessons can you learn from that? And so I think it was a very supportive environment, which is interesting because you think of big companies and you think, supportive environment, what really happens and how fast can things happen? But where I was at Unisys and the opportunities that I had just were, as I said, I was very fortunate. My career was very blessed there. So I first met my co-founder of Roar, Yasmin Mustafa. She and I met about 10 years ago, and I was recruited out of Unisys to come in and run a healthcare company. And when I got to the healthcare company, Yasmin was part of a marketing consulting firm that was there doing some work, and so she and I met that way. And I was really drawn to two things about her. One was she had all these ideas to change the world. She was like a true entrepreneur, idea after idea after idea. She had a book of ideas that she kept. But two was she was a really good marketer. She had a lot of really good ideas on ways that she could test the ideas that she had and ways that she could bring them to market. And so we became fast friends in the very early days of this healthcare company, and have been friends ever since. And when she started her first company, 123 Linkit, I was an advisor for that company, helping her with that. So the seed for where Roar came from all started about 3.5 years ago when Yasmin had this crazy idea. It was after she sold 123 Linkit, and she did a crazy thing. She packed a backpack. She sold all of her possessions, packed a backpack, and spent 6 months solo trekking across South America. In fact, when she was planning the trip, she told all of her friends and family, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna sell my stuff, pack a backpack, just spend 6 months in South America. And all her friends and family said, that's such a great idea. Good for you. You're so courageous. And then a couple weeks before she actually left on the trip, all those same people said to her, are you crazy? That's such a stupid idea. It's so dangerous. Don't do it. She did it, and it was a great trip. She spent 6 months in 6 different countries there, and she had great food, great experiences, and she totally full Spanish immersion, learned Spanish there. But as great as the trip was, it was also very distressing. And it was distressing because pretty much everywhere she stayed and everywhere she traveled, she kept meeting women who had been victims of assault. And that's both locals and travelers, and they shared their stories with her. And then when she came back to Philadelphia, just 1 week after she got back to Philly, her neighbor was out feeding her parking meter when she was grabbed from behind, dragged into an alley, severely beaten, and brutally raped. And it was just such a horrific incident. And Yasmin called me up the next day and said, we have to do something about this.